This DFS Picks Week 18 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100 and get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Merrill Hodge, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Get off my wet fucking lawn.
Oh, is this about Brian Dable obviously resting his starters?
What?
Oh, I thought that's why you were angry. You've been really angry that people keep bringing up that he's resting starters.
Honestly, if you want to know why I'm upset, hey, you're the only one bringing anything up. Two, the only, I mean, if you're gonna do any sort of level of research, you'd find out you're wrong. And third, that's not why I'm upset.
Okay.
I've gotten into this massive world of idiots on Twitter who seem to think Kayvon Thibodeau is some sort of horrible human being because he sacked a quarterback. Go fuck yourself. You know what Kayvon Thibodeau said? I get paid to be a savage. Go fuck yourself. Jeff Saturday put Nick Foles at risk when he put him on the field after not practicing all season. God damn it. The internet's a horrible place, Sean. Really got me fired up.
You are fired up, Ryan. Laser focused.
And don't get me started with Colby. This fucking guy.
Laser Focus 420 in the YouTube chat saying, let's get this weekend kicked off. LFG, fellas. We got a double header, 2 DFS lineups, 1 Millie Maker for Saturday, 1 Millie Maker for Sunday.
That's $2 million, Sean.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Laser Focus pointing out snow angels and seizures.
That wasn't a seizure.
He was writhing around in pain
because he fell on the ball.
He did not. He
go watch the replay. He fell on the ball. That's what hurt him.
No, but he broke his ribs. I mean, it's not the
because the football was there. Because he got tackled on the football.
Okay. I don't know why are you so defensive?
I'm not. I mean, watch what it because the fact that you might be offended by this.
No, I'm not offended. Okay. I mean, you guys cheap shot on Nick Foles. It's fine. It's kind of the way you run your
later in that same game. There was a forearm shiver to Danny Dimes' head.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's old school football.
I'm just saying. Jeff Saturday talking out of both sides of his mouth. Fucking pussy. Unhireable in the media.
He really has
expert coach.
He really has destroyed 2 careers in 4 weeks.
Well, he's a player expert, just not a coaching expert.
All right, we got a lot to get to, but before we do, thought it'd be timely to put out this week's a special tribute, a real men of Degens.
SGPN presents Real Men of Degens.
Real Men of Degens.
We salute you,
Damar Hamlin. That's right. After he suffered cardiac arrest on the field, miraculous to be alive. He's turned the corner. He opened his eyes. He was communicating with doctors. He grabbed a whiteboard, and you know what he wrote? The first thing he wrote: "Did we win the game?"
Dog.
I mean, that dude what kind of incredible spirit. You go in for a tackle, you wake up 4 days later in the hospital, and your first thought is, did we win the game? Real dog, real man of Degen.
I don't want to be that guy, but what was his response when he found out that there was no winner or loser?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the doctors apparently said you've won at the game of life.
At which point he grabbed the pen back and he said, "No,
yeah, but
seriously,
did we win? We need the number 1 seed." That's the thing. Like these guys are built different. And shout out to DeMar. It looks like he's, still a long road, but it looks like he's on the mend. So that's awesome news.
Yeah, fucking great news. But I still want to know what his response was when he found out it was a tie.
Yeah, the doctors are like, you wanted the game of life, but what about the game of football, a.k.a. our lives here? SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. Get that $100 risk-free bet. All you got to do, bet $100, and you get a $100 risk-free bet. Very easy to get started. State restrictions do apply. Of course, they have the beautiful WynnBet Casino. You can bring the Wynn Casino experience, classy, elegant casino right in the palm of your hands. Get down to some live blackjack, spin that roulette wheel. So many ways to win. And, of course, SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet, so they know we sent you. We always appreciate that. And as always, offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. LFG. Laser Focus saying, curious how y'all going to play this Saturday slate with lack of games. Only thing I could think is take a bunch of the KCLV Jags players to avoid and not to try to have any negative plays on defense. It's an interesting slate, the only having 2 games. But for me, I kind of the lineup talked to me. I don't know how chalky it will be. I feel like maybe chalky, but
I'll bring up some projection.
I would have trouble projecting an ownership on such a small slate.
Yeah, I mean, we'll use. I mean, some believe a reputable source for this kind of stuff. I'll pull up the establish the run stuff. Although lately, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these guys are up to.
All right, for me, it was an obvious pick, as factoring in price. Jarrett Stidham. I mean, Jarrett Stidham looked comfortable as hell in that pocket. They're at home. They're in a dome. And he's only $5,400. You save $3,000 off of Mahomes. To me, this is an obvious choice. I could see the case for Trevor Lawrence, but I think Tennessee's getting a lot of their defensive guys back, and I like Tennessee in that game. So I'm on Stidham here.
Yeah, I guess it begs the question: like, is quarterback the position to get different at? Stidham projected to be at 16%, so third after Mahomes and Lawrence, who are projected to be the chalk.
So that feels good. I didn't know if Stidham would be super chalky because to me, again, I compared him to a teenage drunk driver who's just so comfortable and relaxed behind the wheel. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's driving through cornfields.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I initially thought to build a Stidham lineup as well. I did not. I went with Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Chalky. It when I was debating, basically my debate was which game do I stack, and I didn't want to do like a mega stack. So which game do I stack with the quarterback, and which game do I just stack with 4 players? And so I thought the Jacksonville Tennessee game actually had a better chance of being a crazy shootout when I got through my process. And so I said, you know what, give me Trevor Lawrence, save a little bit of money from Patrick Mahomes, and I think he can have a similar type output here. Questionable tag maybe scares a couple people off. I don't know, on a small slate, probably not.
Yeah, it's weird on a small slate. For me, running back, I thought I wasn't gonna have the big dog in here because I was like, I want to get leverage off of it. But then I was like, what do you mean? I have the salary. Why would I not put Derrick Henry in at 8,000?
Sean, it's week 18. This is when Derrick Henry projected to have 50% ownership. Yeah. So basically,
but that's the thing. Like, if you don't play Derrick Henry, I don't know. Like, I have Derrick. I feel like I have a lot of the high price guys. And I didn't
feel like I could argue that in this slate, if you get cute and don't take the chalk running back, you could be I think you have to pick one chalk running back to fade. Travis Etienne, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs will all projected to be about 50% owned.
Okay, so then I only have one of those guys.
Oh, well, then I think you're way ahead of the game if that's the case.
Really? Okay.
I do. Well, I mean, we've discussed this before. Being chalky at running back isn't the worst thing because there's a lot less variance in the output. I mean, you said Derrick Henry. He's my first running back and my bring back. It kind of fits nicely with the Trevor Lawrence build. I did want to fade Etienne. I thought, to me, he'll be the chalkiest of all of them. And
and he just had a massive game. I see the case for the Jags offense. I'm just optimistic about all these guys.
Not in the running game though. Not against this Tennessee defense. No, that's gotten healthy.
I think they're.
And so that's why I went Henry and Jacobs. So I ate the chalk, but I ate the non-ETN chalk. So I took Josh Jacobs, 7,400. Obviously, it can be a dream matchup. Melvin Gordon had a decent output, and he's going to get the work. And when you dive into the numbers of how often Josh Jacobs and Adams produce near ceiling games at the same time, it's going to have a game environment for that in theory. So I went Josh Jacobs as my second running back. All right, so I've done quarterback, 2 running backs.
Jerick McKinnon for me just continues to be involved in the pass game. What does he have? He has 8 receiving touchdowns. It's like insane. His workload and productivity, efficiency, it's all there. I think, Christian McCaffrey had a nice game against the Raiders. I think Jerick McKinnon's going to as well. $6,300. To me, there's just some no-brainer plays here. And
I did not play McKinnon.
Really?
I did not. Again, I got a little bit different here, but I also, now looking at these projections, I would have assumed that McKinnon would be more owned based on what he's been doing lately in his price.
Yeah, again, some of the stuff I thought.
But the smart guys over at Establish the Run, they disagree with me. So maybe one day I'll tell the story of my head-to-head matchup with Adam Levitan this season. Next up, you got to take Davante Adams.
Oh my God!
So I'm pairing Josh Jacobs and Davante Adams in my Raiders Chiefs game stack. Another bit of I guess you would. Let's see, we're chalky at 22% projected ownership, which isn't bad for a 4-team slate. So actually not as chalky as I expected. Davante Adams, he looked great with Stidham. I assume you're stacking Adams in here.
Davante Adams as well. I mean, he had a great game. He's clearly still playing for him. I think they're going to be highly motivated for this game.
Well, he grew up a Raiders fan. We've now learned that
it's come full circle.
Derek Carr was just the side piece. The Raiders were the real reason he was showing up to be a Raider.
What about? So wait, what have you given out, Ryan?
Well, I've given out 1 receiver.
Okay.
So receiver 2.
My second receiver, give me. I know you hate him, Ryan, but Kadarius Toney. They keep going out of their way to work him into the offense. 4 targets, 4 catches, 71 yards. He's evolved in the punt return game. Yeah, and he's only $4,000. Again, in a dome environment. I'm looking to get off like the chalky. Maybe Mecole Hardman takes away now that he's coming back. We don't know what the snap share is going to look like, but all over Kadarius Toney.
I hate that you said that.
What do you mean?
Because that was going to be my show-stopping moment when I roll Kadarius Toney out in the flex.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to step on your bit. Right?
He plays like 10 snaps a game, but they're all in critical scoring places. So I did have to save some money. I wanted to stack some Chiefs in here, and here are my options. I could go Kadarius Toney and MVS.
Okay.
Or I could go Noah Gray and Juju. And in this game, more of just a gut feel here. The Toney MVS feels like a higher ceiling to me. Just sounds like a higher ceiling. MVS catching the high A-dot stuff. Toney being spoon-fed touchdowns. So I went with the Toney MVS. So basically my game stack for the Raiders Chiefs is Jacobs Adams with MVS and Toney on the bring back. I did want to fade at Kelsey because his ownership is projected to be, Sean, let's see. I believe it's 50%.
Okay, one of the other receivers I have, Robert Woods, $4,100. This is breaking news. Treylon Burks, who
Soft.
came back and was healthy earlier in the week. Then he had a limited practice. Didn't seem like, limited isn't usually a red flag, and then did not practice today on Thursday.
Ruh-roh.
I'm projecting he will not be playing in the Saturday game, which means the OC who wanted to get Chig and Treylon Burks going is only going to be able to get Chig going. Robert Woods is the other guy. Robert Woods is the guy that Dobbs liked. He had a lot of targets too. Love Robert Woods at 4,100.
Professional wide receiver, Robert Woods.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't told you who I stacked with Trevor Lawrence yet. So I'll just give you the double right now.
Zay Jones, Christian Kirk.
Zay Jones at 5,000. Not a secret. It's certainly the way you want to attack the Titans. I know they're getting healthier, but slot and a lot of the stuff that Zay Jones does well is going to be a problem for Tennessee. So I stacked Zay Jones. Kirk is just so much more money. I get why Zay Jones is going to be massively owned.
Yeah.
The price difference. But I couldn't fit Christian Kirk in. But I went Zay Jones, Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram, 4,500.
For me, I'm going Chig. Obviously, huge Chig fan, $3,300. And my flex spot, Ryan.
Oh my God.
Who is this? Travis Kelce.
Oh, wow. In the flex.
Yeah. Diabolical.
I faded Travis Kelce.
I'm not. $7,900 against the Raiders. Love it.
Yeah. All right. I played Raiders defense.
Raiders defense, yeah. I mean,
that was confusing.
What?
You just said proudly Travis Kelce against the Raiders, and then you punted Raiders defense.
Well, I mean, Raiders
It's only
defense
4.
is the cheapest.
Could you
Patrick
afford
Mahomes
Titans?
Patrick Mahomes has been turning the ball over a decent amount.
Could you afford the Titans?
No, I need $600. I maxed out my
Oh, you
salary.
maxed it out. I got 100 on the table. All right, good job.
So, real quick, just to recap: Jared Stidham, Derrick Henry, Jerick McKinnon, Devontae Adams, Kadarius Toney, Robert Woods, Chig, Travis Kelce, and the Raiders defense. Kramer?
No, they can rewind the fucking podcast. I'm just kidding, Sean. Travis Kelce,
That was mean.
Trevor Lawrence, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Zay Jones, MVS, Evan Ingram, Kadarius Toney, Raiders. I just gave out a pretty chalky lineup, so apologies for that.
Ryan, no apologies needed. And hey, later on in the week or in the coming weeks, we're going to be doing a ton of underdog fantasy drafts. They got a playoff best ball draft. It is a super fun format. Also on the fantasy football feed, SGPN fantasy football feed, they're covering battle royale games. That's their like weekly format for NFL. You can get that over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. They also have a bunch of fun daily NBA and NHL games, even some stuff for college as well. They got it all. And when you use the promo code SGPN over at underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Underdog Fantasy. .com, promo code SGPN.
Contest idea, Sean. People guess my highest best ball ownership player for next year.
For next
It's the long running contest idea.
Okay.
Who will be my?
Why don't we do it for playoff best ball?
That works too.
It's more relevant, right?
Yeah, I need to get. All right, now you've motivated me to start grinding.
All right.
Sunday.
Moving over to the Sunday slate. What do you got?
Again, I crossed off so many of the quarterbacks before I started. Geno Smith popped off as a guy that, even though I definitely like the Rams catching all those points, boy, this game just sets up perfectly for a nice stack, a nice Geno last hurrah. He played his way back out of not being a starting quarterback. So this is the last go against a team that's given up big yardage and points to number one receivers. Number two receivers.
Is there another time where a guy was a Pro Bowl quarterback in the contention for MVP and then also worried about his starting job? It's really been a wild ride for
Trent
Geno.
Dilfer.
I mean, besides, like, I don't know. Trent Dilfer didn't make the Pro Bowl.
No, I'm just that was more of a joke. The fact that he was slinging the rock It's hard to think of I mean, I guess Tua has had a similar arc this season.
Well, did you hear the rumors that Mike McDaniel might get fired?
What? Oh, because Sean Payton's available.
Well, he's not willing to pick up the extra shifts in the holidays. No, no. Supposedly there's rumors about him getting fired.
Yeah, Sean Payton's available. That's why. Remember the rumor about Tom Brady coming to Miami?
That would be really fun if they still pull that off, even after getting fined for tampering.
Well, yeah, but now it's not tampering. They give up a pick. They get. Is Sean Payton going to be the coach of the? Sean Payton, Tom Brady in Miami, Tyreek Hill.
It's funny, like he's linked to all these jobs, and all the jobs have coaches. Like they're not even bothered linking him to the open jobs because those are like the bad jobs he wants nothing to do with.
Yeah, he's not. I do like how he's achieved that level of like. Not only are you going to give up a first round pick, which by the way, if you're a coach, why would you want to go to a team without a first round pick?
Well, and if you're the Dolphins, do you have an extra first round pick? You lost one because of Waddle. I think you're losing some picks because of tampering.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
All right. Yeah, Geno Smith, 6,000.
For me, I'm going off the board here. I kind of put together a slightly different strategy, a little less on correlation, but give me Brock Purdy for the 49ers at home, $5,700.
So
my thought is he's going up against this Arizona defense. They're going to be playing to win because they are in the mix for the 1 seed.
Can't they just run the ball though? Isn't that the counter?
Yeah, but again, this is a GPP lineup. I mean, there's just too many questions. I also will be playing a Hurts lineup,
of course,
because I think he has a big game on his return back. But I mean, like other guys you might like in some of these spots, it's just tough. I mean, the other one I was considering was Andy Dalton's interesting, and because of how susceptible the Panthers defense looked to the deep ball, but I just figured I'll just play Shaheed instead.
Per the ownership projections over at Establish the Run, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts massively owned at 15%. Then you know who's in second or tied for, or I guess in third? Andy Dalton at 8% ownership.
Yeah, I mean it's like Andy Dalton.
Why 4,800. I guess that's
Andy Dalton projects really well and
stacks nicely with Shaheed.
Yeah. So I will be playing Shaheed randomly, but I just didn't feel like putting in. And Olave's still pretty expensive, all things considered. So I kept it simple with Brock Purdy, and I'm gonna do a single stack with him and a little bring back action.
You want me to go RB1?
Sure.
It's my bring back, and again, probably chalky once again. But Cam Akers,
yeah, I'm also on Cam Akers.
Just a smash spot. And per the ownership projections, not horrible at 13%. Running back 2,
yes.
I mean, I think he said he took the face mask or the tint off his face mask so he could see motherfuckers when he ran over them. This probably is going to be a chalky angle, but I wanted to stick with guys like a little bit of motivation here. And so Najee Harris, 6,100. Maybe the first time I've played him all season.
I also have Najee Harris.
Wow. So we built the same lineup over here.
Well, Najee Harris, he's going up against his Browns team that I know their defense has gotten better as of late, but they had issues with like looking like complete dog shit in stopping the run. Wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh. I mean, Najee Harris it was just eye test. Like he brought something different to that Sunday night game against the Ravens, and I expect a similar energy level coming this Sunday.
I agree. He's the dude that we thought he was. Really, maybe he's finally healthy.
Showing up a little late. But
maybe the foot injury took a while.
I mean, those things are bad.
All right, so the Geno double against the Rams is very odd. Like, get away from Bobby Wagner. No, not playing the tight end. Give me Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf.
Okay.
Putting the double in there. Lockett, you might be like, hey, he's got the Q. He's not practicing. It's a shin injury. It's not the finger. He played 35% of the snaps last week, Sean, coming off the injury. So he didn't have much of a game. You know, I like the bounce back. I like the Q. He's on record as saying that he's just getting a rest day for his shin, but he'll be fine. He's definitely playing. So yeah, I figured this is the team. Metcalf's going to own Ramsey. Lockett is going to have a game. Geno, one last hurrah, Geno. 5 touchdowns. Make us feel good about that Pro Bowl selection. Is he the starter in the Pro Bowl?
No, I don't think so. Right?
Is it Hurts? Who's the starter in the Pro Bowl?
I don't even know.
Kirk Cousins.
That. Well, they don't play a game.
Oh, that's right. It's skills.
I think they still name the starters, but who cares? AJ Brown for me, 8,000.
Oh,
Like the matchup. You heard the practice reports today. Thought Hurts was looking really sharp. He's taking the first team reps.
limited.
And I expect AJ Brown to be a tough guard for the New York Giants.
Worth noting, Adoree Jackson is coming back. Gonna get some reps there, so we'll see. I mean, how did AJ Brown do last week?
Last week,
a tough matchup
against the Saints.
Yeah,
4 for 97 and a touchdown. I mean, it was also a guy by the name of Gardner Minshew was throwing the ball.
got it. I gave out 2 receivers, so
okay. Yeah, you're just plowing through this, right?
I gave you the double stack. I don't.
This one I may swap out for Devonta Smith last second, but as of right now, T. Higgins at home against the Ravens 7,600. What do you think of this, Ryan?
I wouldn't. I couldn't touch that. I mean, there's a chance he's mentally fucked up. Isn't that a risk?
Yeah, or they're at home. They need this game for the 2 seed. Maybe I just go Devonta Smith. I don't know.
I like T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins is a special talent. I think there's a case of I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I'll swap in Devonta Smith. Double stack the Eagles receivers.
I think from the perspective of like the Ravens are beatable.
Yeah, and it's a division game that
Jamar Chase is probably more attractive to me than T. Higgins, but
I'll go Devonta Smith, 7,500
as a DFS play.
Brian, what do you got? Who's your third receiver?
All right, so we're gonna stack a game environment that is purely because I was getting the tight end in the game and I needed to save a couple bucks, and no one gets more targets per dollar than Richie James. It doesn't really matter which quarterback's going to be out there. If you believe Sean or you believe me, Richie James will be a big part of the game plan. He's only 4,400, coming off another 7-target game.
They're not going to rest him.
Yeah, he cost them a couple losses. They better not rest his ass. The fuck are you? This is getting insane.
What do you
I've
mean?
already laid out the case on who's resting and who's not.
Okay. It seems like there's going to be a decent number of guys
Because
resting.
Pat Leonard said something. Because the practice was lighthearted because they got the positive news about Damar Hamlin. Come on, like do your fucking reporting. He's the worst beat reporter too. Now I will say Art Stapleton stated that he does think the defensive players I mentioned as well will be rested because they're on the injury report. And they'll probably not play because of their injuries.
Okay.
But just those 2 players.
So only 2 players are resting.
It's going to be Azeez Ojulari out. I'll tell you that right now. Breaking news. He's out this weekend. Leonard Williams out.
Okay. Everyone else full go.
No one else is going out.
Okay.
Barkley will probably be limited. Like maybe he gets a series.
Rashid Shaheed. Mentioned him earlier. Love. And I might have to take him first touchdown in that game.
Very chalky play here.
It is because it just makes too much sense against those Carolina cornerbacks, which look so bad. It's in a dome, and he's been playing really well here. So $4,200. I know it's chalky, but I couldn't help myself.
I like it. I mean, he's also got big play potential, and like you said, I would imagine. Hopefully, the Panthers have an adjustment on whatever Tom Brady figured out last week.
Well, I don't know if you can adjust. If they're trying out Josh Norman, he's unadjustable.
Tell Josh Norman to bring the baseball bat he tried to murder Odell Beckham with. Put some fear in those young receivers' eyes. Show them how they used to play the game. All right, so stacking with James is Dallas Goedert against the Giants, 4,900. Just a surprise you're not on this, Sean.
No,
have you watched the Giants play the tight end position this year?
Yeah,
and for the past like 5 or 6 seasons.
No, they've been bad against the
linebacker. They don't. I mean, here is the thing though. McKinney is back. That's meaningful. It was a tricky tight end slate as well. I don't know. I'm curious to see where you went with this.
Well, I went to my stack, George Kittle.
Okay.
With Brock Purdy at 6,000. I mean, I paid up for it, but he's turned into a touchdown machine with Brock Purdy. It's crazy. I mean, Purdy loves him. 6K, George Kittle.
It's that Iowa State, Iowa love, Sean.
No, there's something. Wait, no, I think they both went to Iowa.
Brock Purdy's an Iowa State guy.
Oh, that's right.
They both played college in the great state of Iowa, but I guess they're rivals technically. It's on the same team. I don't know how they work that shit out.
Who's your flex?
Well, I watched the Giants game after I listened to the Giants game live, and I noticed that Michael Pittman was working really fucking hard. The team fucking sucks. Michael Pittman was working. Michael Pittman getting an upgraded quarterback now that Nick Foles is out of the fucking situation against the Texans team that's been pretty bad against receivers in general. And did I mention Michael Pittman's been working fucking hard? Strange play here. Will not be a popular one, but Michael Pittman is good. I predict Michael. I'm gonna prop show tomorrow, Sean. We're gonna have a Michael Pittman prop. That he was working way too hard for that team. I don't know. I didn't look into his contract incentive situation, but I suspect he's close to something nice.
For me, this one, Greg Dortch just gets a massive amount of targets. You have a quarterback with a not great arm. You're going up against the 49ers. It just seems like Dortch is a guy, no DeAndre Hopkins, just could catch like 10 balls and it wouldn't be even a good game. But he's like an easy guy to work in late, and he's only $3,800.
Yeah. It's just runs that easy stuff.
No, like he's gonna get like 7 catches. But for like 45 yards, so I think we're going to be in a good spot with that.
I was surprised I didn't hear you. I almost brought it back with Tutu Atwell, and he's only 34. It's a fun week. You got to make a lot of lineups this week, but there's definitely enough. There's so many low dollar.
I mean,
guys.
Dortch had 10 targets last week, and he's $3,800. That to me is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the 49ers will just. If I'm the 49ers, you just load the box. And, I don't even know if James Conner is going to play, but I imagine they'll try and get the running game going. 49ers are really good against the run defense. And, hey, if you want to give up some bubble screens, fine. But I think they can play back and force. Have they even announced is David Blau the starter? Or is it Colt McCoy?
I worry a little bit. About the Arizona Cardinals just completely getting flattened. I do. It does concern me a little bit. I mean, it is a 14-point spread. This is game 2 for a guy Blau who has not been very good in his NFL career.
But David Blau played fine against the. Not amazing, but he made some throws.
No, I like the angle. It's a volume play. Hopefully you don't end up with like a 10 target 3 catch for 32-yard day.
Well, that's what he had 4 catches for 15 yards last game. But again. This is where we're trying to win $1 million. He just needs to be more efficient. And he's only $3,800. If you can find me another guy at $3,800 who's going to get 10 targets, I'm all ears.
Tutu Atwell.
He's more. He's like a less target boom bust guy.
Oh, I can't play that guy.
DX Filer saying punt at tight end, not at receiver. I don't mind that strategy. This is just based off which I normally do punt at tight end. But I wanted to go big on tight end because I'm pairing it with Brock Purdy. For me, the defense, combined with Cam Akers, give me the Rams defense. Bobby Wagner alone, I can put him down for a touchdown against the Seahawks. $2,400.
Give me the Steelers.
Yeah,
3,200.
Tyler Huntley's banged up.
Browns are.
Or sorry, not Tyler Huntley.
Browns are talking.
Tyler Huntley is banged up, but they're playing the Browns.
The Browns defense.
Deshaun Watson
talking shit.
Well, and now it sounds like Conklin may not play, which would be the tackle that TJ Watt goes up against.
Yeah, but when I heard the remarks of some of the defensive players for the Browns, it's like, why are you talking shit to? It's a Mike Tomlin coach team. They're already going to be focused. Now you're giving them motivation. I think that the TJ Watt and this Pittsburgh Steelers defense could be representative of just the shit that Deshaun Watson hasn't taken yet for what he did, and he's going to get murdered in this game. Sharp people are all over the Browns too, Sean. So
look out for those sharps. DX Filer saying don't go chalk on week 18. What do you think about Kittle being chalk? I kind of think since he's so expensive, he wouldn't be chalk.
I don't know. I mean, if we went up and down our lineups, like I guess it's
certainly not the Purdy ownership. I imagine to be super low.
I think what's obviously this is similar to a preseason week. So the reason to not go chalky is that Brock Purdy 2.9%. Kittle, I don't even think Kittle's that popular with how I mean,
Benedict Dantold chiming in with the lineup. He's got Cousins, Algier, Najee Harris, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst, Greg Dortch, Vikings defense.
Kittle 9%. I mean, I think with slates like this, so much of the ownership is driven by the quarterback. And when you have a distribution of quarterbacks like this, where you're seeing most quarterbacks under 5%, I don't know if you have to worry about being super chalky. Maybe in the running back position, but like I've said, I don't mind being chalky there. So it's like, do you think a lot of people are going to play DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett this week, for example? Probably not. And because there's no concentration of stack quarterbacks, with the exception of the obvious like Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, I don't think you're going to have like a crazy cumulative ownership. Like even if Kittle's the most owned tight end at 10%, Purdy's at 1 or 2%.
Yeah, it balances it out so much that you're good to go.
I mean, funny enough, Dantold throwing out a lineup. Tyler Algier is projected to be the chalk running back this week, which is.
I mean, we'll see what Tampa Bay trots out defensively, but he certainly is the guy as of late, and they're getting him a ton of carries, so I don't mind that play at all. What's Algier's price?
So Algier's 5,600. So you have the big. It's like McCaffrey, Cook, Kenneth Walker, and Algier are the 20% guys, and somehow they're projecting Alvin Kamara still at 20%. Are they not watching the games?
He's horrible.
I don't get this.
Yeah.
So,
hey, thank you as always tuning in. We got props coming up. Some more shows. Obviously, the pregame show live on YouTube Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon East. Recap show after the Sunday night game, where we will have the playoffs ready to go, itching to get to those. And of course, toss us a nice rating and review over on Apple Podcasts. I will be giving away a gift card, SGPN gift card, to the best review of the week. So toss one over there, over on Apple Podcasts.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
I was thinking of what we should do on Sunday night at the conclusion of the season, and we don't have Monday Night props to discuss.
Oh, that's a good point.
Should we do a playoff best ball draft?
Maybe we'll do that, Ryan.
A late night playoff best ball draft?
You can talk people in. Hey, before we go, shout out to Pack Tryouts.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, been loyal to SGPN for years now. I'm hoping to hear your guys' take on the Saturday slate. Made $0 this season. Woo! All right, well, Patrick.
Well, that means you broke even.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless what you're saying is that you didn't, that you lost all your money.
Making $0 is a great NFL Sunday. And listen to the beginning of the show. We give you the Saturday slate and the Sunday slate.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
$2 million, Sean.
Kramer. Let it ride.